The line?
No, it's a race, mate. Whoever comes last goes fucking shopping, mate. Ah, you got me, you bastard.
Hello, humans. It is I, Must Destroy All, the demon from hell. The demon from...
Well, not today. Hello, this is Matt, the creator of Must Destroy All. Now, I didn't want to make this video, set everybody on this fucking bandwagon. There's a reason why I haven't made a video on this for the past few weeks, which you will find out at the end of the video. People have accused me of hiding behind the mask and the voice changer in the past out of fear. But that's not the case. I wanted to keep the person behind the character of Must Destroy All a mystery. But today, I've decided to destroy the fourth wall. Anyway, let's get down to the juicy booty drama going on with the demon. I heard the demon has been requesting some booty pics from the quote-unquote underage girls.
Well, you and I both know our sense of humor, right? I mean, have they seen my content? That booty, no. You're gonna make me a trans lover. You can suck my demonic dick, Claire, and then after I'm done jizzing in your mouth, you'll be an eclair. Let me teach you some astronomy with my cock. See Uranus? Look here, John Ariella. I will rant all on your face. Have any of you guys ever snogged finger mouse?
What?
What?
That just sounds really dirty.
Yeah, that sounds like something I did to Gina last night. What the fuck? Do while I spontaneously shoot out my demonic maple syrup on your mother. I mean, you Canadians do love maple syrup, right? Well, I might as well just shoot my own. It might burn at first, but it's worth it. They're calling me a pedophile, but in the same light, they're whining about me hitting on their mummy. And I think at this point, they're just scared that I could end up being their daddy.
I mean, what it boils down to, these people have decided to spread my docs around in the belief that they are meting out some form of mob justice. But if they did some basic research, they would know that the girls I flirted with are 17. And in my state of New York, the legal age of consent is 17. Quick legality for dummies. The so-called illicit solicitation happened in a state where it is not illegal to meet and have sex with a 17-year-old. If I was to actually travel to a different state where the legal age was 18, then you'd have something. But I had no plans of taking things further with these people, nor traveling to them. I mean, fuck, I don't even like driving off the island by myself. So in short, I broke no laws either way. If you don't want to take my word for it, stick around till the end to hear what a criminal lawyer has to say about this. Some of the names mentioned in this video you may not know or care about, and clearly the usernames are edited, but none of the comments are fabricated, and they are by Cummy Buns and the bitchy guy who started this whole thing. Now either he didn't do his research, or he's purposely lying. And knowing how bitchy he is, he's probably lying. New York state of consent is 18. Wrong. But I love how Cummy Buns gave it a little heart, even though it's completely untrue. I'm not talking about sexual intercourse because that's a different topic to having photos of an underage girl, and of course, I've looked into what I've talked about. Also, it's the third link I gave you. A video by... who showed the evidence that he has child porn. Are you sure about that? Last I checked, the person who posted the video you linked had the child porn, an image he claims that I have. But how did he receive it? You would think these people were skeptical of this, especially considering people like Frost, Truth Hurts Network, Nate Talks to You, and some others know about what happened between this fat lying rat and the Truth Hurts Network with Sai-chan. a girl who was also in fact 17. Truth Hurts and the obese juice pouch both were in this call with Sai-chan, which Truth Hurts actually recorded it, and him and the phony rat distributed this. But somehow I am being blamed for it when I have not received the recording ever. In fact, I declined to view it. And then there's the bra photo that they claim that I have. Have you thought for a second that maybe, just maybe, Sunshine over there possesses these photos and this video and this information because he's actually the culprit who has it? There's a reason why there used to be a joke going around about towels, which Frost, Nate, Mitch, and some others know about because Sunshine and Truth Hurts were behind not only being involved in this, but were also the people that distributed the video. Since I've had all these accusations, I figured I should research my accusers, and someone involved with them kindly tipped me off to this guy's ED page, because I actually forgot about a lot of this shit. These videos have been out for a few years, publicly on the Truth Hurts Network's ED page, so I'm not disrupting any police investigation. But have a listen to these videos.
Alright, how about Frost?
Not really.
I can't trust you?
No, you can. I just don't have any interest in it.
I don't have any interest in it either, honestly. It's just...
Okay, well, we were in a call with and someone might have taken screen caps and video of things.
What?
Just things that Frost was... I mean, not Eternal. I mean, not Frost. God damn it! Eternal was convincing to do. Just sort of things.
Send me these supposed files.
Okay, well, I mean, don't spread this, and I'm only sending it to Frost just because, you know, I've been in more calls with Frost and shit. It has nothing against you guys. I have my external hard drive hooked up. Let me just send it. I mean, I'm just saying that Eternal was convincing to do all these things.
It's got 17 minutes, and I'm very curious as to what this is.
It's all. Brandon has this file too, but don't leak. 17.
Oh,
which is why it's bad. You see what I'm saying here? It's not like I'm sending you like jack off to it. I'm sending it to you like if he ever does anything to you guys, you know, you have this shit against him.
Well, that's pretty dark.
Right. I'm just waiting for this because it's got about 14 minutes, so this is gonna be good. Get me some popcorn.
So yeah, this is basically if like he goes around doing bullshit to both of you. That's all I'm saying.
Leverage is fun, especially when it's not used against you. Dox me, faggot. Oh, what about that underage girl you were talking to, Mr. Excuse me.
Wait, what'd you say? You doxed me? Well, I have certain video proof that says that you like underage women. I don't know.
So...
No.
Are you watching?
So...
No, my Skype is fucking crashing at the worst inconvenient of times. It is not fucking funny.
Alright, plus you got it too.
Yep. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I gotta scrub my computer later.
10 seconds.
Just wait, it gets...
Oh, no. Oh, can't do it. It's underage. Feel wrong. Won't click anymore. That's nasty. This is totally awesome blackmail.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not good, hombre. Not good.
No.
It's too easy.
Well, I mean, Eternal, if he does shit to you, you can say, oh, you convinced an underage girl to do this and this, you know? Skip ahead to almost the
I
end.
already moved it so that it's away from where nobody can see it.
Nate, skip all the way to the end, close to it anyway.
Eternal, you are a dirty, dirty little boy.
Are you still watching it, bro?
I'm like, Eternal is fucking playing the game.
10 seconds. 1.
Because you're trying to watch porn, and Chris Hansen's like, why don't you have a seat?
Why don't you just have a seat over here?
No, dude, that's good. That's fun. Okay.
He's saying, you know that whole call with Sai-chan? Yeah, we have that recorded. We're going to turn you into the police.
Nate, skip to the end of that video if you're still watching it for some odd reason. She does a bit more.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not saying that I wasn't, but I'm not saying that I was.
That information is classified.
That information is classified. What?
Trust me, I'm not gonna go into that lengths of whatever it is.
Basically, Eternal was a naughty, naughty little boy.
So he's a pedophile?
Pretty much.
Does this involve Cyan anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Censoring the
Sucked him like
Okay, let me just answer one of NDA's PMs. Sending a video of a 17-year-old girl masturbating, Sai-chan.
Oh, I sent it to Mitch and he sent it around? Damn it, you know. Fuck. How dare I not know that he would send it everywhere? And oh, MDA, you and your logical fallacies.
I mean, like, even then, you're like 16.
I know, like, who gives a... she probably gave a fuck, but I didn't know that it would get spread around. The only people that had it were Mitch, Brandon, and I don't believe I sent Brandon it until after I knew it was fucking spread around. So, I mean... what the... I don't understand your logic there, as if I was just supposed to know, you know, that it was just going to go everywhere, you know?
You recorded this...
And you know what else was funny? You were joking around about it, too. You were calling it the towels instance and laughing about it and shit. So don't fucking have this fucking double standard where it's okay for you to joke about it, but it's not okay for me. You can go fuck yourself.
Nate laughed about that thing, too.
Alright, Nate says you recorded a 17-year-old girl stripping. That's child porn.
How dare I? How dare I, Nate?
It's
And
child
he
porn,
laughed
but
about
once
it also.
But you know, coincidentally, it's no longer on the internet. And also, I did not mean for it to get leaked. And plus, she's older than me. That's a misdemeanor at most, if I even would go to jail. So I don't understand what you're talking about. I mean, like, are you trying to get me on something that I willingly admit that I did? Like, what kind of... I sent it to Mitch. He distributed it. As far, I mean, as far as people know, I sent it to Mitch for reference. I mean, there's still nothing that they could there's still nothing that they have on me there. God damn. And the fact of the matter is that she's older than me. The fact of the matter is that she'll be 18 soon, and the fact of the matter is that I'm treating other.
Nate, do you have the video on your hard drive still?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, like, if you have the video on your hard drive, I mean, then you're the one with child pornography.
And Nate's over the age of 18. So.
Exactly. Nate, sorry to say it, buddy, but you want me to file an IC3? God, child porn.
Explain that.
The only people that had it, I mean, as far as my knowledge, before I knew that it got out, because Mitch was like, towels. Well, no. Fuck, I didn't send it to Mitch. Shit.
Nate said he deleted
it. I sent it to Brandon. And only Brandon. Next thing I know, I got invited to a call with Mitch. He made a joke saying towels, and I didn't know what that means. Apparently there were towels on her dresser or some shit. I don't know. But it turns out that Brandon sent it to Mitch. Because I never sent it to anyone else but Brandon beyond that point. I removed the video from my computer. Good. Then the video doesn't exist anymore. So stop complaining about it, you fucking retards. Thank you.
Did he not send it to him?
What? I sent it to
asked, did you not send
it? No. I messed up what I was saying. Let me explain it one more time. Put the mic up closer, that way you can hear me better. I sent it to Brandon, and this is something that I always forget because he was the first one to make the towels joke. So I don't know, but I sent it to Brandon. I did 100%. I'll admit that I sent it to Brandon. Too bad the video's gone. The video never existed. But I sent the hypothetical video to Brandon. The video got sent to Mitch. I am not sure if Brandon sent it to Mitch, but through him it got sent to Mitch. And you know, that's just the way it is. And I remember getting invited to a call with Brandon and Mitch, and all of a sudden Mitch started making these jokes about towels, and I didn't understand them. And after I understood, Brandon was actually there. I was pissed at him, but until this day he denies it. But the only person I sent it to, I physically pressed the send file button to.
This is very rude of you.
I don't give a shit. Eternal's kind of like a dog. He chases anything that has a vagina, especially underage.
Oh, damn, nigga.
Eternal, do you understand we're down, boy? Because you do realize soliciting a minor. You do realize that soliciting a minor is illegal, Eternal, and you could be arrested for it and actually put away for about 5 years.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. So, I'm telling you, if anybody in Troll Posse wants to make a video, or if I see one picture of my face leaked, we'll be submitting that video instantly. And even if it's not you, I don't give a shit. I'll still fucking do it. So don't fuck with me, because if you fuck with me again, it's not going to be good for you. Just saying right there. Kiss, kiss. Please kick this motherfucker out. Throw him on the curb. Like that piece of shit that he is. Bye-bye. Kiss, kiss, asshole.
Bye, everybody.
Interesting. So Sunshine has self-admitted to pedophilia. Then there's the Frost Review, Mr. Real-Life Superhero, jumping on this bandwagon. But he gladly accepted this video of Sai-chan from the Truth Hurts Network and never reported this. And then he has the fucking nerve to blackmail Sunshine by threatening to report him to the FBI if he doxes him again. So what is it with you people? Do the people need a high sub count in order for you to hop on these bandwagons? Here's a piece of advice for the bitchy Navy hero. Be careful who you associate with. Believing anything spewed from these people is laughable, especially when Sunshine, not being very bright as they come, claims he's been a friend of mine for all these years. Yet holds on to this information for the moment to strike on this juicy bandwagon drama. Also considering the fact Kamiya Buns actually told me some years ago that you were actually talking shit about me. Yeah man, we were the best of friends. Under the New York Penal Code, possession of child pornography is referred to as possession of a sexual performance by a child. Sexual performance by a child means sexual conduct by a child who is less than 16 or 17 years old. Do you know what less means? Seeing as some of you must have skipped math class, less than 16 through 17 means 15 and below. And yet Sai-chan was 17 at this very point. And the big fat lying rat holds the porn. So, remind me again your point with this mudslinging crusade. But if you truly believe I hold this pornography, call the cops. Call the cops first, then make videos on it. You know damn well that the grotesque two-faced cunt has it, and actually had a thing with Sai-chan years ago. Even this whole scandal with Jennifer is flat out ridiculous because it even says here that her birthday is February 20th, 1996. I met her in 2013 of May, so she would have been 17 at the time I met her, not 15, which people have been claiming her age to be. And this girl that started this scandal even states in the conversation, 1 more year, the age of 18. And in her state of Ohio, the legal age of consent is 16. So she is in a state where it's legal to have sex at 16, but I actually waited until she was 18 before engaging in any type of relationship with her online only. Do you notice and understand the legal age changes from state to state? But if you still feel what I'm doing is illegal, and you're doing it for justice, as I said earlier, call the cops. File a police report. You want to see justice? You want to see me in jail? Call the cops. File a police report and post it up on Twitter or wherever if you really have an issue of it being flagged off YouTube. You've been dropping my docs, so go ahead and do it. So here's a quick PSA for all the Chris Hansons out there. If they actually did file a police report, they would have known any authority would have told them to not talk about it on social media and make videos about it. Doing that could jeopardize the investigation. So this is not really about justice and protecting somebody. This is about drama. This is about ruining reputations. There's a group of people that want to try to take me down even if there's no evidence against me, or so-called evidence really isn't evidence at all. They're just jumping on the bandwagon, believing anything that comes out of these people's mouths, and they always will expect to see more bullshit. Like saying I'm flagging these videos down left and right. When I saw the first video that started this all, I saw the description, skimmed through the video, saw the comments, and clicked off it. I didn't flag it because I knew it would cause the Streisand effect to happen. I did, however, file a privacy complaint on the reupload for showing my miserable mug in the thumbnail. You see that? That's pretty fucking miserable. Till I realized that was extremely counterproductive and would just cause more of a Streisand effect. Is it so hard for these people to believe that maybe, just maybe, it's against YouTube's guidelines? Look, keep re-uploading it all you want, because at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything to these videos. But you might want to take it up with YouTube, since it's their final decision as to whether or not a video gets taken down. If anybody can flag it and it gets easily taken down, what does that tell you? And if it's not that, it's the fact that the main uploader, who is extremely bitchy about this, who is doing this mainly for revenge, already has a vulnerable channel due to targeting other YouTubers as well. He's had videos flagged down before, so he's not actually on the good boy list. And if I was really flagging down these videos left and right, why would the rest of these videos about me be left up? From my experience, when I had strikes on my channel, it made me extremely vulnerable to videos being flagged down. And then you have a bunch of people that may just want to see this bullshit escalate even further, so they flagged it because of the description stating it would be re-uploaded 10 times more. Either way, I'm not doing it, and anybody that told me they flagged these videos, I told them not to, because it doesn't do anything. People are still going to find out regardless. And then there's this accusation that I've been blackmailing this girl and calling her mother in school. I have no idea where she even lives, what school she goes to, or even her house number. Where the fuck did that come from? Show me the proof that I've been blackmailing all these people. But what I do know is she told me some personal problems of hers, and I tried to give advice on it. You know, what I normally do for anybody regardless of their gender. Which even a few of these mudslingers making videos about me can attest to. For starters, Mr. Repsion. And to think just a month ago that this guy apologized to me for dox dropping me and all the drama between us years ago. And now he's back to despising me again and hopping on the bandwagon, believing any sort of biased sources. But hey, whatever fits his narrative. Without context, this conversation looks horrible, but with the full context of what went on, it's more understandable. And to just point out that this girl was in fact 17, and lives in a state of Michigan where the age of consent is 16. By the way, all sources of this information is linked in the description. The context of the conversation was that we were discussing dominance and submission. The conversation had a sub-dom roleplay, so I was being demanding and forceful in the role of somebody dominant. It was completely reciprocative until the roles got carried away, and bear in mind, this was between two consenting adults privately and should have been kept that way. I had no intent of giving this person an anxiety attack or scaring her. When I realized she was having an anxiety attack, and when I calmed down as well through my irrational behavior, I did apologize. If this person's feelings didn't matter to me, I wouldn't have apologized in the first place. It was very out of character. And I would think Mr. Repsion, of all people, would know the concept of sub-dom roles since he's such a little bitch. So I broke no laws in any way. As you will see, I am being targeted, and one of the worst things they could find on me is that I threatened to stop talking to somebody online. I want you to think about that for a second. I am not an exposed channel. Yeah, you fucking are. I am against people who talk to quote-unquote minors. Talks to and associates with Basherverse who has actually been convicted. Does he really care? Or is his moral compass all over the place based on subscriber count? I mean, really, I do think the Basherverse thing, like many cases of online mudslinging, gets way out of line, and I do feel bad for the guy, because I'm sure he's past it, and been through a lot. But does Repsion really give a shit? Or does he do it to fit his agenda?
Does anybody want a demon daddy? Rep, maybe? So here we have a guy who I've had beef with in the past that isn't really too concerned about helping somebody, but is far more interested in hurting and ruining somebody that he's had problems with. From false DMCAs to privacy complaints to trying to hack me to trying to dox drop me to even trying to manipulate me into going after some guy at 27 by impersonating a woman. Funny how the internet forgot about a lot of this. And since we're talking about Mr. Repsion, let's talk about his biggest fan, Ranter and Shades, Mr. Neutral. No double standards and bias whatsoever coming from this bug-eyed freak, hopping on this bandwagon to regurgitate the same shit everybody else does.
But those who live in glass houses shouldn't cast stones, considering the fact he and an actual kid called Emery had a little scuffle online because this kid contacted Ranter and Shades' parents about his YouTube channel. Want to know what Shades did in revenge? To get back at him, he posted a nude photo of this kid who was around, from what I remember, 15 or 16 at the time. To see the law in Shades state, just look at the screen. As well as a conversation where Undertaker Freak actually called him out on this, and he said, well, you know, it's not like I wasn't pressured into it. Razareth told me to do it. And then you also have the woman beater, Eric Sexton, who seems to think that an apology is good enough. So yeah, he was publicly distributing actual child pornography. For revenge. But the internet forgot about that. And then there's Bent Dick Johnny Boy, Undertaker Freak 1127, a guy who has been sipping on the anti-MDA Kool-Aid a bit too much straight from the Flint water in Michigan. Calling me creepy and perverted. How many times has UTF's Bent Schlong been exposed to the internet? I mean, it's nice, I guess. Martian fingers are hard to come by. How many times has this man been obsessed over Queenie, or just any girl he's had a fallout with? The guy even airs out his dirty laundry about these girls so his fans can jump on it as well. He keeps going back to the people he hates, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook, just to talk shit about them and make himself feel better. This man can't let go of past problems, even when things have been settled. Like he claims in his recent videos about me, that I tried to break up him and his girlfriend Emily. Let's get things straight. Your girlfriend came to me after you were being verbally abusive to her. So either I'm a piece of shit for trying to help somebody who wanted help from me, or I'm gonna feel like a piece of shit for just completely ignoring her. You even sent her voicemails to her saying how she's miserable because she has no family, and how her pulmonary fibrosis will kill her off eventually anyway. Guaranteed you gave her several panic attacks with the way you treated her. Getting on my case, you bucktooth bigot. When it comes to anybody you have problems with, especially personal vendettas and obsession, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, he'll believe it anyway. He may have a severe case of Asperger's, but that's no excuse for his extreme gullibility for these serious accusations. This is a guy who believed PewDiePie when he said he was gonna shut down his channel and went on a 10-minute rant about it just because he hates him. And if this doesn't show how insane he really is, maybe this will.
Way too nice, yes. These are people that if I knew them in real life, they would not. Oh man. I'll just leave it at that. If I knew them in real life, blank blank. If I found out he was stalking me in real life, or anybody from that group was stalking me in real life, I would hope that they broke into my house. I would hope. Because they would not like what would happen. This Mossberg 12 gauge, I have this set up where if somebody would like to break into my house, I have slug, buckshot, slug, buckshot, slug, buckshot.
And he even decided to dox drop me just because of our past beef. Funny how the internet forgot about a lot of this. Bear in mind, I've moved on from all this bullshit. UTF is so stuck in the past and dwelling on the past, so if he wants to bring up old shit, I can go that route too. And now we'll move on to the guy who is the cause of all this drama. The guy that unfolded this whole mess out of revenge. Remember the word revenge because just less than a year ago, he was falsely accused of being a pedophile. And I foolishly fell for it and jumped into it. Much like various others as well. But I do feel bad about getting involved. But good on you. I applaud you, sir. You've made a fool out of all these people. A guy that claims to be in the Navy, although I find that hard to believe. He'd be a very crooked man in the Navy if that's the case. This guy doesn't care about the truth or the supposed victim. Even when the supposed victim requested their name to be blocked out, he didn't care. Does that sound like somebody who wants justice or revenge? What he cares about is ruining somebody he dislikes. stalking their feeds to see what else he can go after next, even if it means hurting somebody he's claiming to help, obsessing over these people he dislikes for years and never getting over it. To him, it's fun to go after people on a personal level and take it into the real world, even if it means making fun of Nate Talks to You's seizures that he tried to induce, or when he decided to make fun of Queenie's grandmother passing away. He dox drops people just to fuck with them, just to take it to that extra level. Quite sad, really, and possibly mentally ill. At what point are you going to stop taking this guy seriously? When he accuses you next? The girl that started this all even made a video recently about the drama. Now, I don't want you guys harassing her. She clearly wants to be left alone. I didn't want it to come to this, but this is a public video. She began this, I am being targeted, and I need to prove my innocence. Watch this video regarding the drama going on, and listen to what she has to say.
Let me address a few things first. This is going to be a shaky recording because I think my blood sugar kind of dropped because I haven't really been eating right, and I haven't been eating enough. I haven't felt the entire greatest the past few days, and I don't feel like wearing makeup. I don't feel like looking pretty right now. All I have to do is tell you guys what's been up, and what's been up is I'm okay. For those of you that have been messaging me that wondering what is wrong and if I'm okay, I'm okay. Some personal stuff just got out. I wish it didn't get out, but I was given an ultimatum and I made the choices I did, and now I have to live with them. So there's that. I don't want to get too into the situation. I don't want to get too into who's involved in the situation and what happened there, and I don't want to talk about the target of the situation because honestly I'm just waiting on this to die down, or for there to be other subjects of it that are more the focus than I have been. I have just been trying to keep my privacy. I have actually deleted or tried to delete my Skype. I hope it went through and deleted. I'm more than likely going to delete my Facebook and start anew because I have been getting messages and friend requests, but I'm a little worried about starting completely over because then I have to go through and block everyone and see what's been said about me, if it's public at all. I don't know what I'm going to do about my YouTube. I'm probably either going to delete it or just keep it so that I can keep re-uploading local music from bands that are from my state or from places that I visit or places that I move to, because I'm probably moving in some months and it is going to be out of state, and I'm going to leave that out of here because no one needs to know that. Only people that are close to me need to know that. But ultimately what I'm leaning on doing is just using this YouTube to upload band stuff and going back to an older, more private YouTube to upload whatever for my friends and family, or just for me in general, because I used to enjoy uploading YouTube videos. And I'm probably going to delete my Facebook account and start over so that I can just stop dealing with everything, because my account is no longer as private as I wanted it to be. But I am okay. I'm just waiting on this to die down, and it will die down. There will always be some new kind of drama that is bigger and better than the last drama. That's kind of how it always is. I just want to tell you who found me 4 years ago or via the trendy videos that I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys have stayed with me for as long as you did. You're not a large audience, but I still appreciate the audience I have nonetheless. I will be back later and let everyone know what is going on, and it'll probably be a while when I mean later, because you guys know I take months and months off of uploading. I'm terrible about that. But there will be more trendy videos on the way if I'm gonna keep this account up. So I'll let you guys know in about a month or two's time. I love you guys so much, and I love my friends. I love my family. I'm okay.
Target? Ultimatum? Are you sure I'm the one who was blackmailing? Are you sure I'm the master manipulator? And if you need another example, just look at the conversations he released having with Mr. Repsion after Repsion didn't do things as quick or the way he wanted them to be done. This is the way he has treated people for a while. He whines about not getting things done his way, people not thinking the way he wants to think, and he will quickly turn against you if that's the case, like he has done several times. He continues to do it again and again, yet this is continually ignored or conveniently forgotten by the community. Exactly what SJWs do when women or minorities don't align with their way of thinking. All of a sudden, it's not about protecting everyone, but about abusing and pushing down ones who disagree with them. And if you're not on his side or speaking out against the drama, you're a pedo apologist. You're just as bad. The brain enema is a good example of these people. Believing anything against somebody they dislike, making some crazy conspiracy theories and false accusations that hold no water. Going on about it for years, doesn't let shit go. Much like the brain enema, some of these people even say I was one of their friends. You're no friends of mine, and you never will be. We don't talk on a common basis, or about our problems, or more importantly, you don't give your friends time to prove their innocence before you have convicted them in the court of public opinion and meted out that mob justice you all seem to love. So you're just associates to me. In case you haven't guessed, a Facebook connection means nothing to me.
I'm still curious to see that brain enema Badookadook.
Badookadook.
Badookadook. But it's pretty funny being called a pervert by somebody who put peanut butter on her feet so her dog can lick it off just for Happy Cabby's foot fetish. And to defend Happy Cabby and claim to be close friends of his, considering the pedophile allegations of him with a girl that was like 12 years old. Ironic, huh? Not to forget she used to constantly talk about my dick and my demon semen. I mean, what the fuck? I do it in jest because that's just how my personality is. But when she does it, it's completely fine. What the fuck ever.
At this point, these pedophile crusades and false accusations have happened to a lot of people. Keemstar, the bitchy Navy surgeon, the Archfiend, Darkside Phil, Pyrocynical, Von Helton, the Amazing Atheist, the old man Tony from Twitch that plays RuneScape. Even UTF has had a scuffle with 4chan where they tried to paint him as a pedophile rapist. There's even a mentality out there that all Minecraft YouTubers are pedos. This shit will never end, and it'll only get worse. If everyone is accused of being a pedophile, the term becomes meaningless. My advice to all you out there, don't turn into a Chris Hansen on YouTube with this shit. So let's look at what we have here. We have a bunch of people that went to extreme lengths and failed. People that I've associated with for years that have jumped on this bandwagon. Some claiming to be friends, to be buddy-buddy with me, just for the sake of fucking me over whenever drama comes up. There is no ranting community, or skeptic community, or commentary community. This is the backstabbing community. Eventually all of them will backstab each other over some petty bullshit blown out of proportion. You can count on it. And how funny they jump on this bandwagon and condemn me, but ignore or help in the dox dropping, which obviously puts my family in danger, making what they are doing much worse than what they are accusing me of. But hey, let's not talk about that. And then there's the obsession, making multiple accounts just to stalk my social media, even accounts pretending to be girls just to get more dirt, to contact me via DMs, to lure me into saying something that may put me or others in danger, and the constant hostility going on towards me and my real friends. This community is actually enabling real harassment by ignoring these actions. Look, I'm no angel, I get that. I used to be pretty toxic myself back then, but there's a reason why my motivation isn't there anymore to make the videos I used to. I have moved on and improved my life. You see, I just don't care as much about it, and I see what it does to people. After this video, I'm not going to discuss this any further. To the people in the so-called ranting community, You guys can keep dragging it and obsessing over this as much as you want, because I know this bandwagon won't die down anytime soon. It will probably escalate because you people have a vested interest in keeping it going. The vested interest being self-justification for your disgusting actions. But I've said my piece. After this, you guys can continue your gossip and continue to think of me as this horrible person. But I will not be associating with a lot of you from this so-called community anymore. Don't take it personally anyway, as I'm sure most of you couldn't give a fuck less, since you think I'm so horrible, and the chances of this video getting through to you is slim to none. I fully expect you will make a million videos in response to this, milking it for all it's worth, because remember, this isn't about justice or they would have called the cops a long time ago, and actually got something done. They have everything they need, including my address, and yet strangely, none of these people have called the cops. I wonder why. This is about revenge for them. I'm just another target, and you are all pawns in their little game. If you are in this so-called community, don't think for a second the people in it are your friends or are trustworthy. The moment you are accused of something or fuck up in a situation, you'll just be another bandwagon for them to ride on and milk dry for their own entertainment, views, and profit. To recap, I never did anything illegal, as I have shown. The age of consent is 17 in my state. I demonstrated this at the beginning of this video. This was a plan by a guy who was incredibly butthurt about the past, and gave an ultimatum to a girl to do and what he wanted, so he would have so-called evidence to target me with. And the champions of justice, the ranting community, the people who have been attacked, made fun of, and defamed by this same bitchy dude, couldn't put two and two together and work out it was all about revenge, not justice. They couldn't stop themselves from jumping onto the bandwagon and did not care about looking for actual evidence, helping to put my family in danger because laziness, entertainment, views, and profit. Hope you all enjoyed this ride while it lasted.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
As for the bitchy Navy surgeon, it must have felt really nice playing the hero and being accepted by this community that has hated you and accused you of being a pedophile without the proper evidence as well. I've said my piece, and I don't expect to get the last word in. I also don't expect any apologies or to regain your respect, and honestly, I don't care if I do. Unlike the so-called community targeting me, I am seeking actual justice. So I filed a report long before making this video, and I won't be speaking about this anymore until my lawyer allows me to. Speaking of lawyers, here's what a criminal lawyer has to say. Well, the thing is, I am also a public figure on YouTube, where I produce content on there. And as of recently, for the past few weeks, a group of people have been maliciously attacking me and putting out videos about me, stating that I had some type of relations with this 17-year-old girl. Some of it is true, some of it is not. But in this situation, is that breaking the law?
No, not if she's 17.
Now, is
if
that...
she's 17, in New York State, an adult cannot have sexual relations with a minor. And a minor is considered a boy or a girl 16 or younger. So let's say if you're 21 and she's 17, you can, as long as it's consensual, you can have sexual relations. Now, if she was 13 at the time and now she's only 15 or 16, then the police might get involved. But again, it brings you to the next step in the question is, do you ever meet her?
I had never met her.
Okay, so this was just an exchange over the internet, correct?
Correct.
All right, nothing more than that. I just don't see that this is going to go anywhere.
Also, another... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Another question I wanted to ask, because this was a recent situation that I had with somebody who was in Michigan. Her and I had a dominant and submissive role play going on at the time, and it was via text, which led on to very explicit and inappropriate conversation.
Well, Well, again, I don't see a problem with that either, unless there's information within the text that you were trying to induce that person to meet with you, for instance. And of course, that person would also have to be underage.
Mm-hmm. And she was 17, which is also, I believe, the legal age of consent is 16 in Michigan.
Yeah, it varies from state to state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if it's just a conversation, that's one thing. But as soon as it starts turning into a situation like, I had a situation where I had a guy fly from Chicago to New York to meet with a 14-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, it turns out, the 14-year-old girl was a police officer. So, and of course, he got arrested, and we had to deal with it. So,
all right. And I just had a couple questions. Just these are very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be considered pedophilia? And do I have a slander case against these people?
Slander would be a tough case. It's a high bar to meet. And as far as pedophilia, that comes into play when you're talking about actual contact. Pedophilia is just a term that they use to describe somebody. It's not a legal term in terms of breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're safe, though. I think you're overly concerned. I don't think you have to worry too much about this, based on what you're telling me.
Okay. All right.
All
well,
right.
thank you. I appreciate.
I have to run. Yeah, you have my number. If you have more questions, you can call me. If I don't pick up, just leave a message. Otherwise, if it's an emergency, certainly call me right away. Okay?
Thank you. All right. I appreciate it.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Everybody in this group wants mob justice, as it is a trend online recently. But unfortunately for them, in this country, I am innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So I say again, if you believe I am guilty, please go ahead and call the cops and file a police report. If I'm not arrested, tried, and convicted in a court of law, then you can safely say that I am not guilty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go back to working at the Honda dealership and do some more work with the King of the Hill cast. Take care.
But do